كنفران مفيوت نبشير نببنوف مع السواب ونوتي ونوت أمين. I hope everyone is doing great, and I also hope you guys have been reviewing the Coptic lesson that we've been taking so far. So today is our last lesson for the Mahragan Alkeraza 2020 Coptic curriculum. We will learn about the negative of the present tense. So let's learn it together. Alright guys, so today we will take the negative of the present tense. Before we start learning about the negative of the present tense, let's review how the present tense look like. So last time we divided on 3 groups, like the first person, second person, third person. We said when we use I, we before the verb we use T, and when we talk about a group of people, when we say we use tain before the verb. If you're talking to someone and it's a singular masculine and you want to say you, if we're using ek, and if it's a singular feminine, we're using te. If it's a plural, we're using te, tain. If it's third person, we're talking about someone else. If it's a singular masculine, we're using if before the verb. If it's a singular feminine, we're using es. If it's a plural, we're using se. So now we will be able to learn the negative of the present tense. So there are 2 versions of the negative of the present tense. One is adding an on at the end of the sentence, and the other one we start with an, then the pronoun, then the verb, then we end with on. So let's see an example. So if we practice with ishlil, so if I want to say I pray, I say ti ishlil. But if I want to say I do not pray, I say ti ishlil on, or I say in ti ishlil on. So if I say they pray, I say se ishlil. If I want to say they do not pray, I can say se ishlil on, or I can say in se ishlil on. You get it? So the verb himsi, to sit down, if I will use the first version in the first example, it's adding an on at the end of the verb or at the end of the sentence. If I want to say I do not sit down, I say ti himsi on. Ti himsi on. If I want to say we do not sit down, I say tin himsi on. Tin himsi on. If I want to say for a singular masculine, you do not sit down, I say ek himsi on. Ek himsi on. For a singular feminine, I say te himsi on. You do not sit down. Te himsi on. If you're talking to a group of people, if it's a plural, you're saying Tetain himsi on. Tetain himsi on. If you're talking about someone singular masculine, like a boy, you're saying if himsi on. He doesn't sit down. Or if you want to say she does not sit down, you say es himsi on. Es himsi on. If you want to say they do not sit down, you say se himsi on. Se himsi on. Let's see another example with the other version of the negative present tense. So, khair, to snore, khair. So, at the beginning, I say in, t, khair, on. I do not snore. One more time. In, t, khair, on. If I want to say we do not snore, I say in, tin, khair, on. In, tin, khair, on. If you're talking to a singular masculine and you're saying you do not snore, in, ik, khair, on. In, ik, khair, on. If you're talking to a singular feminine and you're saying you do not snore, you're saying in, te, khair, on. In, te, khair, on. If you're talking to plural and you're saying you do not snore, you say in, te, ten, khair, on. In, te, ten, khair, on. If you're talking about a singular masculine and you're saying he does not snore, you should say in, if, khair, on. In, if, khair, on. If you're saying she does not snore, you say in, is, khair, on. In, is, khair, on. If you want to say they do not snore, you say in, se, khair, on. In, se, khair, on. Let's see one more example. To worship, o'osht, o'osht. We will go back to the first version, the simpler one. So we're just adding an on at the end of the verb or at the end of the sentence. So I say I do not worship. I say ti o'osht on, ti o'osht on. Or if we're a group of people, we're saying we do not worship. We say ten o'osht on, ten o'osht on. And if I talk to someone, singular masculine, and I say you do not worship, I should say ek o'osht on, ek o'osht on. If I talk to a singular feminine and I say you do not worship, I should say te o'osht on, te o'osht on. If I talk to a group of people and I say you do not worship, I say te ten o'osht on, te ten o'osht on. If I'm talking about someone else, if I say he does not worship, I say if o'osht on, if o'osht on. If I want to say she does not worship, I say es o'osht on, es o'osht on. And if I want to say they do not worship, I say se o'osht on, se o'osht on. let's see a last example with the other version. An easy verb to look at, nav. If I want to say I do not look at, I say in tinav on, in tinav on. If I would like to say we do not look at, I say in tinav on, in tinav on. And if I talk to someone singular masculine and I say you do not look at, I say in ek nav on, in ek nav on. And if I talk to someone singular feminine and I say you do not look at, I say in te nav on, in te nav on. And if I talk to a group of people and I say you do not look at, I say in te ten nav on, in te ten nav on. And if I talk about someone else, singular masculine, I say he does not look at, I say in if nav on, in if nav on. If I say she does not look at, I say in ace nav on, in ace nav on. And if I want to say they do not look at, I say in se nav on, in se nav on. Now we are done with the negative of the present tense, so you can go back to the previous video so that you can refresh your mind about how the present tense look like, so that you can connect the present tense and the negative of the present tense together. So today we will learn and memorize together the third and the last part of the Lord's Prayer, so let's learn it together. So last time we stopped at owo emberenten echoon emberasmus. So let's keep going. Allah nahmin evol ha be betho. One more time. Allah nahmin evol ha be betho. Allah nahmin evol ha be betho. One more time. Allah nahmin evol ha be betho. One last time. Allah nahmin evol ha be betho. Chen bechristos Isos ben shois. Chen bechristos Isos ben shois. Chen bechristos Isos ben shois. One more time. Chen bechristos Isos ben shois. One last time. Chen bechristos Isos ben shois. Je sok te. Je sok te. Je sok te. One more time. Je sok te. Je sok te. One last time. Je sok te. Ti mit oro. نمتي قوم نيم بي او تي متورو نمتي قوم نيم بي او one more time تي متورو نمتي قوم نيم بي او repeat after me تي متورو نمتي قوم نيم بي او one more time تي متورو نمتي قوم نيم بي او one last time تي متورو نمتي قوم نيم بي او شائني آمين شائني آمين شائني آمين شائني آمين شائني آمين one last time شائني آمين الله نهمين ايفول ها بي بت ها او خن بخريستوس إيسوس بن شويس ريثوك تي مت اورو نمتي قوم نيم بي او شائني آمين. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Now we are done with the Coptic curriculum. That doesn't mean you don't need to study anymore, but it means that we will not learn any more new materials. I will put the links for the previous videos in the description so that you can go back easily to them to review and make yourself ready for the competition days. Next video will be a review, and we will try to review what we have learned, like the Coptic alphabet, the words that we learned and how to pronounce them, what's their meaning in English, so that you can refresh your mind. See you guys next video. Okay.